Hello viewers, in today's video I want to react to a very famous YouTuber who visited Calcutta for the first time, or Kolkata as it is now known. Kolkata is a place of which I have fond memories. I spent 11 years in Kolkata. I don't necessarily belong to Kolkata, but I never felt like an outsider when I was in Kolkata, and I did spend a good chunk of my life there. 11 years, that's not an insignificant period of time, and it would be nice to see how somebody from outside India experiences Kolkata, and I'll react to it as we watch along. Hopefully, there will be no copyright violation because of that, but if it is there, then this video will only be for my own viewing. So, without further ado, let's get into it. It's a very good YouTube channel. He has traveled to different parts of the world, and I would strongly urge you to subscribe to it. Now, let's get into the video. So let's start now.
Finally here. Some people told me it's the most intense.
That's College Street.
The most beautiful. Oh, sorry, now I want to buy only one. While some other people told me it's the best.
That's Victoria Memorial there. And I love the quality of the video. They've got aerial drone shots also. So that's something very interesting. Of course, this is a site you can only see from the air. I have never seen Victoria Memorial this view, unless of course you get a drone to see it. I did study in a college which was right opposite Victoria Memorial, so I spent 80 months literally opposite Victoria Memorial, and I have been to Victoria Memorial only about a handful of times, but it is incredibly beautiful. There is no doubt about that. This is Coffee House. This is in College Street, and again, these are the quintessential Kolkata places which are crowded and full of tourists. As somebody who lived in Kolkata for 11 years, I've been to Coffee House twice, maybe once. Okay, I understand that people who live or work in the area or who study in Presidency College, they might be visiting Coffee House quite frequently. And tourists, they visit for the obvious reasons. The great thing about coffee houses, as you can see in the background here, the service staff, the waiters, they wear this special attire that makes it quite distinct from other cafes in Kolkata.
So it's very diverse, and Kolkata is a place where there's a lot of culture and lovely people, warm vibe, and it's always working. So I guess I need to find it out for myself.
We will talk about this alone as we go along.
So let's begin the exploration of what is known as the City of Joy, Kolkata. Yeah, let's go.
That's Missionaries of Charity. So for those who don't know, Mother Teresa worked mostly in Kolkata, and Missionaries of Charity is a place that I haven't been to. So let's get into this video.
Good morning, guys, from Kolkata in India. I'm finally back in India. I'm pretty happy, man, because I've been missing India.
Yes, so for those who don't know, it was originally called Calcutta by the British, but even when it was called Calcutta officially, traditional Bengali speakers, native speakers of Bengali always referred to Calcutta as Kolkata. As someone who was born in the era when it was still officially Calcutta, I would call it Calcutta when speaking English, and I would call it Kolkata when speaking Bengali. But now, of course, the official name is also Kolkata.
Quite a bit. To be honest, I have a special relationship with India. I came here for the first time in 2018, so it's like a 6-year relationship. It's a very intense place, but I also love this place so much. Today I'm in Calcutta. It's my first time here. I've never been to Calcutta, so I'm excited to walk around, to explore it, and to see what it has to offer. We're gonna see the main attraction. We try to interact with some local people, but also
That's
try to yellow taxi. Very unique.
yes. So this is something which I believe every major city in the world has some unique things. So when I was researching YouTube videos regarding what are the things one should be doing when visiting London, I was I came across a video where it said that these are the 5 things you can only do in London. So one of those 5 things was traveling in the black cab of London, which of course can lead to immediate bankruptcy. I'm not being overtly dramatic here. For Kolkata, the yellow taxis are not similar, but not that far off either. Again, yellow taxis typically are not used by residents of Kolkata unless it's an emergency. There are either people use public transport like trains or buses, or they would use their own private transport. Yellow taxis very rarely used, but of course it's a quintessentially Kolkata mode of transport, so that's why tourists would be attracted to it.
Here, and also every time I come to India, I love to have the Indian style. So we're gonna have a little mustache here and cut this beard. So we can.
We'll just forward it to the parts where he's actually going somewhere. Okay, so this I believe I will just go back. So he is showing these roadside saloons. This is, if I am not wrong, Forum Mall. This again was very close to where I studied MBBS. So I have fond memories of this place. This is near Elgin Road. So this is a roadside saloon. So the term used for these places, I'll just yeah. So it's very close to Victoria Memorial. That's what they're saying. Here, what is being highlighted is that although the state of West Bengal has the capital Kolkata, West Bengal is not in the western part of India, it's actually in the eastern part of India. The term West Bengal comes from the fact that when the British divided Bengal, this part of Bengal was the western part, and this was the eastern part, which now is the independent country of Bangladesh. But the term West Bengal still exists. And earlier, West Bengal included the states of Bihar and Odisha. They have been separated because most people in these states don't speak Bengali, but the term West Bengal still exists. And a fun anecdote from this name is when I was in third standard, I had a question in one of my class tests that West Bengal is in which direction or which part of India? And the four options were north, east, west, south. So I thought it's in the name, West Bengal. I understand that it is in the east, but the people who named it must have used some logic, and so I thought it must be in the west. But I was not aware of the historical logic, so I got that answer wrong. I'm never going to get that answer wrong again. Okay, so he's talking about what kind of shave he wants, and this is a typical Italian saloon in Kolkata. Italian has nothing to do with people from Italy. Usually, what happens is people sit on a brick. The chair is usually made of a brick, and the Bengali term for brick is eat. So from eat, you get Italian. That's all it is. It's a very rudimentary salon. It is not known for being the most hygienic. So I've read most of the comments, and many of them talk about the unhygienic nature of these salons, and rightly so. You should avoid these salons as much as possible. But the alarmist point of view is, I believe, a bit too much. I believe there was one comment which said that if you want to avoid HIV/AIDS, avoid these salons. To which I would say that. Be very mindful of whether new blades are being used or not. But of course, hygiene is not what you're going to get in these kinds of salons. And he ended up paying 500 rupees for a shave here. Just to put it into context, he was definitely cheated. But even good salons, 500 rupees is not a. I mean, 500 rupees for this establishment is probably 100 times what they normally charge. So we'll skip ahead of the shaving part. I don't think we want to watch the shaving. So he's done with the shaving, and this is St. Paul's Cathedral. Of course, St. Paul's Cathedral in London was much more magnificent. It's a much bigger structure, but St. Paul's Cathedral is also quite famous in Kolkata, and it's certainly very famous during the time of Christmas and New Year. And again, St. Paul's Cathedral was right opposite where I studied during MBBS. So again, a place that I've been to or I've crossed multiple times over a period of 80 months at a stretch. So there's a lot of detail about St. Paul's Cathedral, which of course we do not want to talk about. We will move ahead, skip ahead. Okay, so that's the donkey. Why are they showing a donkey? Um, so he's having pan, the beetle leaf. I don't know. I didn't find that very interesting. So we'll skip all the way ahead. He is now talking about the idols. I think Durga Puja idols. This is the biggest festival for Hindu Bengalis, and I believe he's in a place called Kumotuli, where the idols are made. Oh, that's a cat. Again, not a very interesting part of Kolkata, in my humble opinion, but I can see why I can see why it would appeal to a tourist. I say tourist in a very respectful manner. It's not a pejorative term, but I don't think I've ever been here. Okay, so this is Jagadhatri Puja, not Durga Puja. I got that wrong, of course. Oh, that's Missionaries of Charity. Again, Mother Teresa. I believe this is Maidan. We'll just go back a bit. Yes, yes, yes. This is Maidan. Something is happening here. Yeah, so this is, I'm very happy that he pointed this out in his video talking about Kolkata. Uber is a problem. And I've highlighted this in a short, in a YouTube short. What happens is when you're trying to book Uber, many Uber drivers they deliberately keep their devices off, and then you find no Uber drivers, and then typically in Uber hubs, such as outside the airport or outside a major railway station, where you have a designated place where all the Uber drivers are supposed to park their cars, they keep the devices switched off. So what will be shown on your screen is you have to go to the Uber pickup point. You arrive there, none of the cars or none of the drivers are accepting the booking, but they are aware that your presence in the Uber pickup zone indicates that you're trying to book an Uber. And then these drivers will come up to you and in a very matter of fact manner will say, I am an Uber driver. Whatever fare they are showing you on the screen, please pay that sum to me without having to book the ride, which is a completely wrong thing to do, but it is something which is unavoidable. So, of course, Uber needs to have a look at this. It's a problem, and I'm sure I'm not the only one who has suffered. And consequently, I've given up on taking Uber rides. It's much better to go for alternative options. Poor guy is being harassed left, right, and center. I'll just try to understand what's going on here.
Yes, man. I cannot believe everybody's trying to scam me here instead of helping me.
Everybody's trying to scam me here instead of helping me. Welcome to Kolkata.
No, it's okay. I go with it. Please help me to catch the bus. Thank you so much. Yeah, thank you. This one?
So he gets onto a bus. And again, Kolkata has different types of bus. This bus, red and yellow, is called a minibus. You have the other bus in the background here, this one here. This is, I think, okay, the name is here, WBTC, West Bengal Transport Corporation. This is, I think it's kind of an air-conditioned bus, but if the doors are open, then mostly the air conditioning is not working. As you can see here, this car here has a green number plate which indicates this is running on electricity. It's an EV. It's not running on fossil fuels. And this is not a very crowded bus. I must tell you, this is one of the least crowded buses in Kolkata because people are not hanging off the bus. So you can actually climb in very comfortably. So this is not rush hour traffic in Kolkata. So I remember my first bus ride in Kolkata, and one of my friends, who was a batchmate of mine during MBBS, he told me that this bus is quite sparsely occupied. It's what the Bengali term is phaka bus, so it's sparsely occupied. And when I boarded it, I found that it was full of people, no place to sit, no seat was available. And I asked him, "Why are you saying this is Paka?" So this bus here would qualify as a sparsely populated, sparsely occupied bus because there is place to stand. If you have standing room in the on the bus, then that's Bengali word Paka or sparsely occupied bus. If you find a bus where you are able to sit, then chances are you are the first person who has boarded the bus or you're boarding it from its starting point. In a traveling bus, it's very difficult to board it somewhere in the middle and immediately get a seat. And that's because of the dense population in Kolkata.
Oh, yes, perfect. Right in front of the gas station.
So that's a petrol pump. Again, this is weird. This is super weird. I don't know if it's legal, if this is legal or not. Uh, let's skip ahead. I have nothing to say about this.
Yeah, perfect. Thank you. So the reason why I took a bus is that at the same time I ran out of gas, I also ran out of data on my phone, so I cannot order Uber, so I cannot use maps, anything. So I used the bus, which was
So let me understand this. He had some vehicle. He had run out of fuel. He had run out of charge on his phone, so he couldn't book an Uber or something. He took a bus to a petrol pump. In the petrol pump, he gets petrol in a bottle because, of course, he could not carry his vehicle to the petrol pump since it had no fuel left. Which raises the question, why was he not paying attention to the fuel gauge while riding it? So many questions. Anyway, so he goes to this petrol pump, gets the fuel in the bottle, and now he's going to use that fuel in the bottle to fill up his tank in the motorcycle and resume his journey.
like a nightmare. I mean, it was super busy.
Very weird.
Now I got the gas. I tried to top up the phone and then I take a Uber back to my school. What a journey, man. These guys are so kind. They're gonna have me to top up my phone so I can use a Uber. Thank you so much. How much? No. I gave you, bro.
So he's using somebody else's phone to book an Uber. Right. He's going to take the Uber back to the vehicle. Interesting. When he's back to his vehicle, he pours it in. Amazing. This is Prinsep Ghat. Again, one of the famous locations. This is very popular for a romantic date. So I've never been there. I've never been to this place. Again, I'm seeing this. I've seen this several times in pre-wedding photo shoots of friends, and now I'm seeing this on YouTube. I've never been to this place myself. I know where it is. I know its significance. So this is this bridge. This is in Kolkata parlance. It is called the second bridge. It is the second bridge that was built on the Hooghly River. This river here, this water body is the Hooghly River, which is a distributary of the famous river Ganga or the Ganges. Distributary is a term that I have forgotten the meaning of, but I remember that term from geography classes. So it's not a tributary, it's a distributary. And I suppose it's a branch that it branches off the main river and then goes into the delta, I suppose. So that's what distributary means, as opposed to tributary, where it joins the main river much before the delta. So This bridge is the second bridge to have been built on Hooghly River, so it's colloquially known as second bridge. I believe the full name is second Hooghly Setu, also known as, if I am not wrong, Bidyasagar Setu. I think this is called Bidyasagar Setu. Howrah Bridge, the first bridge is called Ravindra Setu. This is Bidyasagar Setu. And you have another bridge near Belur Mott, Dakshineshwar Mandir, which is, so not Belur Mott, near Dakshineshwar Mandir, and that is called, if I am not wrong, Nivedita Setu. So you have Howrah Bridge named after Rabindranath Tagore, second Hooghly Bridge named after Vidyasagar, Ishwar Vidyasagar, and I believe Nivedita Setu. I must have got this completely wrong, so I'll just confirm it with a quick Google search. Yes. So I was right. This is Vidyasagar Setu, Nivedita Setu. Second bridge is Vidyasagar Setu. The one near Dakshineshwar is Nivedita Setu, named after sister Nivedita. And Howrah Bridge, of course, is Ravindra Setu. Let's continue this bridge. The second bridge is more towards South Calcutta. Nivedita is more towards North Kolkata, and somewhere in the middle is Howrah Bridge. These are the ghats. You can take these boats, boating ride across the Hooghly River. These boats, again, something which is quite fun for people who are romantically involved. Again, I have never been on these boat rides. It sounds fun. Oh, nice. I never figured that there would be an indoor thing as well. Pretty good. So, if I'm to understand this correctly, during his stay in Kolkata, he visited Victoria Memorial, St. Paul's Cathedral. Very close to St. Paul's Cathedral is Birla Planetarium. He didn't visit that. He did not go to Alipur Zoo. He has been to Prinsep Ghat. He has been to what looks like College Street because coffee house. And he's been to Kumotuli. He's been to Missionaries of Charity. Significant places, but there are many places he did not visit. And very nice. Very nice video. I hope you liked it. Brings back fond memories of Kolkata, to be honest. So I would urge you to definitely check out his channel. And thank you for watching my video. Take care. Bye bye. And as always, please don't forget to be awesome.